Hello, and welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show, brought to you by DJ Event Planner. Check them out, along with our other sponsors, down in the description of this video on YouTube. Jay.
Yes, sir.
Remember, we're recording this.
Yes, sir.
I told your joke 3 times.
How'd it work?
Exactly how you wanted it to work before I screwed it up for you.
Yes.
Tune in after hours to get behind the story.
I hit my daughter and my mother with it, and, of course, Blanca, and yeah.
See?
That's awesome.
Sadly, you're that guy that's at the party going,
I'm the guy. I'm the guy.
Responsibly, and everyone leaves.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Sadly.
So we got a group here tonight. We got Alex.
Oh, it's
Alex is joining us with his cool Lemmy hair thing.
He was completely shaved 20 minutes ago, wasn't he?
I know. He's
Just
like
run. That's what
Last night he didn't even have facial hair. Now look at him.
I know. It's that.
Damn.
It's that Mediterranean genie.
It's like Surfing the Alien meets Lemmy meets, I don't know, The Damned. I can't.
Definitely Lemmy. Oh,
There's something going on there with Mad Max too. Like, I don't know. Something.
Well, yeah, I think he's trying.
I am the Knight Rider.
3 or 4.
Yeah, he's just a real ace of spades.
Cypress Dome, Mad Max, the Cypress Dome. I think he sees the lead character part, but we will find out.
He's trying to.
Oh, I know what it is. He's close to Turkey, and it's close to it's Thanksgiving week here now.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll see this in the summer. That's why he's grown so much facial hair, because the whole Turkey to Cyprus.
Speaking of who put a quarter in him, we have Jay with us tonight.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey.
We have Howie. He's our producer tonight. We have
no.
Let's see. Do we do Matt? Let's do Matt. Matt's here.
Hey, Matt.
And we have Eric here.
Hello.
Witness protection program. No clues in the background as to where he is. And
leave the money in a brown paper bag and a trash can at the park.
He's for rent.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Yes.
And we have Boston John.
Woo-hoo.
And I already know what he's doing for his record roundup tonight. He told me last night.
I flipped again.
He was under the
That's so
influence
cute that you guys talked
showed his
a
cards.
day before the show about the records. Wow.
I went rogue. I was going to pull something, but then I realized I didn't have the picture sleeve of the 45. So, young lady that we haven't really spoken of in here. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
You might have heard of her. 'Tis the season, and if you bought the 45, in the next 30 days, you're never going to stop hearing that song. So I picked a different one. I picked her as just a 12-inch single that I had. I bought her number ones on CD. So while I was still buying her records, her name, of course, is Mariah Carey, and she is the vixen of Christmas embodied.
Yeah.
Some days it was a good single too.
Stop paying that woman.
Every year she's making money, but
a lot.
From when she first got on the radar, she has an equal amount of dance tunes and ballads, and I think she's worth mentioning to add to DJ Crates. Probably got real heavy. It was late 80s, early 90s, and was just a hit machine.
It was very early 90s.
Yeah,
it was one of the first artists I can remember coming out in the 90s when she did Vision of Love.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that might have been the first. And just the knack for having great writers, great arrangements, and just everything she pumped out for what was number one. So I thought should be worth a mention. If we just name some of her hits off that people should know, they should know Dream Lover, they should know Heartbreaker, they should know
Fantasy's big.
Fantasy with or without ODB, either one, they're both good.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what they say, John.
What's that?
Music is like candy. It's great, especially after you get rid of the wrapper.
Wow, you went there.
Who took the C off? Who took the C off the wrap anyway?
Yeah.
By the way, the second you said Candy, I went to Mandy Moore. So I'm just telling you where my head's at.
That's a cool song. I need to play that more often.
I went to Cameo, so yes.
I love
John,
that track.
I'm curious, when did All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey come out? Do you know?
I want to say it's been around a long time. It feels like it's been here forever. It's almost as old as White Christmas. It's probably 1934.
95, 96. I want to make a guess real quick.
I don't know when it came out.
85.
No, she was
91.
She didn't exist then.
Who's got the Google handy? Let's get an official.
Yeah, somebody find out. When did that come out? Because I think you're right, Jay. I think it was mid 90s.
Yeah. No.
94. 1994 it was released.
Yeah, that makes
94?
sense.
94.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well,
that totally
here-
makes sense.
Here, this is kind of cool. Does anybody know why it got so popular?
Because of David Letterman. Every Christmas show, he'd put a pizza on top of the Christmas tree, and he'd have her sing on the show.
Yeah, but what year did you start doing that?
I don't know. It's got to be 20 years ago or so.
Right. Well, see, this is what I was getting at. I remember the first time that I went to England was 20 years ago. And it was when The Matrix, which one was it? It was the third of the first trilogy, the Matrix movies came out. It was premiering. So I went to the movies to see it in London. And there was a preview for like the most British thing I'd ever seen in my life. And I'm like, I'm never going to watch this. This just sounds like a stupid movie. It was called Love Actually. It was about to hit the theaters.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
And it turns out it's like a holiday staple here in my house. Like, we love that movie. And everybody knows the movie. Well, they featured that song in the movie. And after that movie, I couldn't get away from that song. It was everywhere. So I'm thinking the movie kind of brought it out a couple of years later. Gee, almost 10 years later, kind of brought it out of this obscurity. And now, it's a meme.
Can't escape it. It's just everywhere for the next 60 days. And
I'd be curious to research that, but I put money on Love Actually gave that song a second lease on life, whether you like it
Very
or
well
not.
could have. That happens. I mean, and the funny thing over in the UK versus here is getting songs to be number one at Christmas. Remember the campaign about getting like Nirvana or something back in the day to be the number one song? Or
They've done it with Cliff Richards several times.
What was it, Alex?
Rage Against the Machine.
That was it. Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
okay.
It was basically the X Factor. The way Simon Cowell does it, X Factor finishes, and then the winner releases a Christmas hit. Blah blah blah. For so many years, it was always getting to number one. So these two people basically did a campaign to stop X Factor from getting to number one, and they managed to get Christmas number one was "Killing in the Name of" by Rage Against the Machine.
There you go.
A lovely Christmas.
It makes perfect sense. This is obviously exactly why the hell we left there. But when you look at it going forward,
still smells like tea in the harbor. Yeah. Too soon.
Yeah, it does to me. Yeah. Is that chamomile or black? I don't know. By the way,
Soggy.
A guy on that. No, never mind. But yeah, it's one of those things about Christmas that, there are staples, and that's become, and the sad part is the media has made it bigger than it should be. It's a good song for Christmas, but I did the Christmas tree lighting at the Marine base out here for, I think, 5,000 to 7,000 people over the last 3 years. And that was the one song they demanded I don't play.
Oh, okay. It's a love it or hate it thing. It's right. It's
play.
Please
Mariah
don't.
Carey's All I Want for Christmas. I'm
What is interesting?
it.
Since we're talking about UK and Christmas songs and things, I have noticed that in the US we tend to go to classics. We're doing Bing Crosby and we're doing the Barking Dogs and like the 1950s rocking around the Christmas tree. We're okay with that.
Yeah.
But we're not okay with, Eminem doing a new Christmas song.
Hell
so
no.
All I Want for Christmas Is You, I would say is probably, by American standards, one of our most recent classics.
Yeah.
And that's a 25-year-old song. A 30-year-old
we
song.
still rock
Christmas.
Wham.
Yes,
Christmas is
but that goes back even further.
No, I know, but that's my point. We rock Wham and Band-Aid. All they want for,
last Christmas.
Like it was yesterday.
And do they know it's Christmas?
The only thing that is new in today's Christmas songs are newer artists doing older songs.
Well, in the UK,
Christmas songs.
They've got songs I'd never heard before that are classics. A Spaceman Came. What the hell's that song, Alex?
Chris. No.
Chris. Yeah,
Chris
Chris Bro.
Christopher, that's it. Yeah.
Christopher,
yeah.
like Lady in Red.
Yes. It's
Waiting
called A
on the
Spaceman
Ferryman?
Came.
Wow.
Something, or something like,
Calling.
yeah, it came calling.
Never heard it.
I believe in Father
Yeah.
Christmas. That's a big one. Step into Christmas, which is Elton John,
Elton.
I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I wish it could be Christmas every day.
Yeah, there's all kinds of Christmas songs that are relatively recent in comparison to what we do that are
Right.
still like they're more accepting to new Christmas songs than we are.
Oh,
And I remember
totally.
getting a hold of one of the now that's what I call Christmas CDs from the UK and being very excited, playing it at a Christmas party, and they yelled at me like, "What is this crap?"
Nobody knew it. Like, yeah, you too, baby.
Yeah.
Please come home. It's like,
I'm thinking I'm going to be cool and play this, new cool stuff.
No,
And they're like,
play Jingle Bell Rock.
the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Yeah.
dude. Come on,
Well,
All right.
how old is I want a hippopotamus for Christmas?
That's
What
the
is-
50s.
It's got to be
Oh,
50s.
yeah.
These are the 50s.
Oh, that's 50.
no.
It's beloved.
Yeah. No, not 50s. There
Oh,
was-
Google
Yeah,
it.
that never quite made it across the pond.
Very early 60s.
yeah.
I mean, that's some old stuff. That's Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Brenda Lee stuff. And that seems to be where we're hanging. Because I think we used to do big Christmas songs in Top 40 radio too before my time. But
Even
Keith
it stopped
Simpson-
in the 80s.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm thinking Wonderful Christmas Time. Paul McCartney was
Billy
70s.
Squire,
yeah.
he's got a great Christmas track.
What?
Christmas is the time to say I love you, right? That's
Yeah.
the Billy. Yeah.
And that's early 80s. Here,
Alabama.
put it this way, Brian. I'll prove how your point is correct. Does anyone here know about Nakatomi Plaza?
I know about Nakatomi Plaza.
The classic Christmas movie.
Oh, yes. Bruce
Okay.
Willis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to guess the year?
I'm going to say 87.
It's going to be late 80s, I'm going with.
Okay, good. So we're all on board. 88.
Wow.
My point is that's like still used today.
Yeah.
There's a site that has T-shirts, sweatshirts, and sweaters about, Christmas party at,
Nakatomi Plaza. Yeah,
Tommy Plaza.
and it's 1988.
right. What's
Well,
the
we
classic?
really haven't thrown.
Well, that's been a whole meme, too.
We had the 90s where 98 Degrees went, hey, we're doing like Chestnuts Roast. Like, no, that's not a new Christmas song. It's just your take on it.
It's a cover. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But
I mean,
if
there's
you look at a lot of the movies that come out from the US, the US movies, it's all the 50s, 50s, 60s, Earthy
Yeah.
Kit, that kind of thing.
Right, right.
Look a lot like Christmas, Home
Licensable
Alone.
stuff. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
Home Alone was like that. I'm
Oh,
thinking about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I've got to
new-
interrupt real fast. I saw a video today where I finish whatever language they were speaking. The grandfather showed up with a book because he had asked what the child wanted, and they'd said he wanted Minecraft. And the grandfather shows up with Minecraft.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
And the dad's holding the book going, no, Minecraft. And he's like, the grandfather's like, I don't know what you mean. I
don't know.
Lost in translation. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Almost the same thing.
very funny.
That is
So-
funny.
oh
So-
man.
So, okay, just an update. Matt is telling me in the chat that I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas is 1953.
Said 50s.
But,
Said
but
50s.
it came out recently with a woman singing it, though.
It was a
There
woman.
was always a woman
Yeah.
singing it.
Wasn't
This
it
was
Peggy
Gayla
Lee or
Peavy
something?
at 10 years old. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it Peggy Lee?
No, Gayla Peavy.
Okay, so it was a
10-year-old kid.
one-hit. Yeah.
Oh, all that stuff's
Dinner at
been
the
done a
PV
billion
speaker.
times.
Yeah, no, the Christmas tracks, unless you come up with your own little, we got a rock track that we're going to say Christmas in.
Right.
The
Right.
classics are done. They're just
It's hard to make a new staple. It's really hard to just come out of nothing.
Right. Jerry did it, is the point. with
Yeah.
it.
he's probably the last one.
Well, in the
why it's
US,
so big.
yes. But my argument is there's probably a new Christmas song happening right now over in London that's on the radio, and they're going to be playing it for years to come because they're open to that stuff there.
Of course,
We're
they're
just not.
open to it, Brian, because they realize they should be dominated by us.
They're
Let's
just weirdos. Yeah.
forward.
Well, Jay,
Just saying.
I'm thinking that you should just probably go next. Just
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm going to take advice that I got tonight, and all day long I was dying to play and hear. I was in, those sentimental days where you just go back in time to like a moment in high school or something.
Let me guess.
I went back.
Brown.
I'm sorry, Eric. What?
No, go ahead.
No, really? Really, Eric? You going to take? No. All kidding aside.
don't get all Boston on us.
I was back in the 80s in Boston, actually the 70s. And I kind of I was filled with a song called Running on Empty.
Awesome.
Great
By
song.
Mr. Jackson Brown.
Yeah.
Song.
And all day I had it in my head. And that's why I did a set right before the show started on Twitch, because I'm like, I got to play Running on Empty. I got to hear this song. And of course, if you don't know, it's Mr. Jackson Brown. And the album is actually called Running on Empty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great track. It's late 70s, 77 is when it came out. But there's another track that speaks to all of us as DJs called, and especially Howie, because Howie did sound, called The Loadout.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you've
yes.
ever
pretty
heard
soon.
it.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
That's on here, too.
exactly. Yeah. If you've actually done the job, this is the track that should be your theme song. Am I right, Howie?
You are, because I've seen him 5 times, and that's always his encore final song. He gives a little ode to the roadies, that have to load out the stuff.
Road dogs.
Yeah.
Yep. Road
It's an
Dog.
artist that today you may not know, but he was in that whole Laurel Canyon,
Mhm.
played with
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell, think the Birds, think Crosby, Stills and Nash, think the Eagles, think Poco. There's a lot of music in the 70s that just was good. It
Yeah.
was just good. And
And to your point, they also on the handbills, they would recognize the lighting guys
oh, really?
way back. Oh yeah. Like a pig light show. Oh my gosh, you got to go see the pig light show because it was psychedelic and whatnot.
It's funny you say that. I remember watching old Pink Floyd and old Genesis. And for those of you new to the show, Genesis and Pink Floyd have always maintained an amazing light show.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis in particular was involved with a lighting company out of Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to own either the patent or part of the company for, Howie, help me. It starts with a V. It's sort of like high-end Clay Paky, but it was a type of lighting company that did moving
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
With a V, yeah.
With a V.
Yeah.
And they would, if you watched any of that old footage, they would always thank or credit the lighting director,
the
lighting crew, because they understood how valuable that was.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you're sitting around, especially today, where you might get old people in their 30s or 40s, they won't understand Jackson Brown. Go for very old people in their 60s, late 50s. The people that actually have real money in their pocket.
It's funny, the whole Jackson Brown, Eagles, and the Ronstadt thing, they went to LA to do country because they thought that was the next thing. And then it turned into this other thing. That they were there. The
country
was going to
rock.
be big.
Yeah.
The thing that I was thinking about when you were talking about Running on Empty, and I know what the song's about. I've listened to the lyrics, but when I was a kid, I associated that song with Take It Easy by the Eagles. Because that
totally makes sense.
But it was
100%.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking to myself, man, there's a lot of song about semi trucks because you had Convoy.
Mm-hmm. C.W. McCall.
Yeah, we could probably, if we thought about it, we could riff off like a dozen tracks or more about trucks or trucking.
Yes.
From the 70s. Like that was a thing. That was a theme that they kept talking about.
Well, remember the movie White Lightning that had
Was it Burt Reynolds?
No, that's okay. White Lightning Fever.
No.
That's the trucking one where the guy, it's like they're trying to bust up the union. The truckers won't survive. And there's that one character, played by the handsome actor of the day who ends up driving his semi truck right into the building kind of thing. I'll give you.
I'm thinking about Keep On Trucking. Just a lot of songs about
sort of thing.
being on the open road, driving a semi.
Well,
Grateful Dead. Yeah, Keep On Trucking.
Time out. I see an opportunity, kids. I have to do it. That reminds me of Mother, Jugs, and Speed.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
One of your all-time favorites.
All-time favorites.
A lot of movies about trucks too, but
Harvey Keitel, Raquel Welch, and that comedian that drugged women. That one.
that guy.
Okay. Next.
Hey, nameless guy.
All right, we're gonna let Howie go now and see if he can lighten the mood a little bit here for.
Okay. I'm going to do something contrary to what Brian has said in the past, but this will be my fourth pick from 2023. And the name of the album is But Here We Are. But Here We Are by the Foo Fighters, who have been fighting Foo for decades.
Right.
And yes,
More.
and
The
name of the song is Rescued, and it shot up to #1 so far. And by the way, I got that from one of our sponsors, Promo Only.
Wow, good tie-in.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Great band.
Yeah.
A lot of love for Dave Grohl in the industry. He's just like
I
the nicest
love
guy.
I love the song. That's their first single off of that album, But Here We Are, and it's called Rescue. So if you have a subscription, just type in Rescued, it'll come right up for you.
And their first album, post Taylor Hawkins being on drums. I don't know if Josh Freese had joined yet, or if he was recorded on there, or if they used somebody else. But
I could tell that one.
Yeah, it's their 11th album, and I don't know who the drummer is. I didn't dig that
Josh
deep.
Freese.
Yeah.
As soon as you said
drummer.
Foo Fighters, Matt, I could see he got excited.
Yeah.
Ooh, perked up a little bit.
We do modern stuff too. So we don't just
Outside of Grohl, on the first album, they've had 3 drummers. Josh Freese, the newest, Taylor Hawkins on everything but the first album, and Dave
Grohl.
Dave
Grohl on the first album. Yeah.
Hey, let me in.
I went Navarro. I'm all excited because I'm looking at Dan Michael Vincent.
Let me tell you an inside secret. Guess who did the drumming for Rescued on that album?
Chad Smith.
Dave Grohl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
He went in the studio and did the drumming for that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It was his song, so it made sense. Yeah.
He can play everything. He's just that guy.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to be Don Henley and Mickey Dolenz sitting back on a drum kit singing into a stick. So
There's
I don't blame him.
a YouTube video out there of him
Good
playing
for you.
everything. Yeah.
The whole Phil Collins thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Mickey
yeah.
Dolenz, though.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Well, Don Henley did it. Mickey Dolenz did it. Phil Collins did it.
The
Yeah, a lot of
band.
drummers sang, and the other drummer who sang, and his name eludes me. Queen.
Roger Taylor.
Roger Taylor was doing all that backup stuff,
backup
and
vocals,
really high for Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury.
He's
He
got
did
range.
the lead on, what was it? I Love My Car.
Was he doing
That's
lead
him
on
I
that?
love it, my car. That's him on lead vocal. Yep.
Yeah.
And he did all the high stuff in Bohemian too. So that's all
Half
those.
of Triumph.
that's him.
Somebody to Love, all
Or
that
the
stuff.
drummer from Triumph. He did half the vocal for their hits. There are some drummers that can sing.
Yeah. So on that note, Matt, what do you got?
So I'm going to the year 2000 to talk about a band that's much older than that, the Fab Four from Liverpool, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. The Beatles, and this particular compilation of hits for them is, and let me blow this up a little bit, One.
Oh,
Yeah.
one.
So,
Yeah.
which I believe has somewhere around, I want to say 27 tracks on it. I won't name them all, but it does a really good job of putting them in semi-chronological order as far as starting out with more of their upbeat, teeny bopper type, Love Me Do, She Loves You. Then you start to get toward the middle there. You get more into the Paperback Writer, Yellow Submarine, Penny Lane era, and ending out with Come Together, Let It Be, Long and Winding Road.
Toward the very end on that one, if I remember right.
So it is. It's fourth from last. So yes, very well put together compilation. There's definitely plenty more you can choose from for the Beatles, but this one for I believe it was just a single disc, and it really packs a lot in it. So
I think that's a great one to bring up because it's a fantastic gateway drug to the Beatles.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
You get a taste of that. Okay, if you like this, here you could check out more from this era or that era or whatever. It's a nice sampling for people who are just not familiar at all. Check that stuff out and see if anything turns you on and go from there. It's a rabbit.
If you're a DJ, you probably covered 99% of what you're going to be asked to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting in the greatest
especially with something on
all
there.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to get asked, the one that still makes the toes tap is I Saw Her Standing There. That's the one that still just gets everybody going. If you haven't picked one.
Shout, actually. I played that
Chamber
quite a bit. Yeah.
That just,
now that he brought up the Beatles, just I think in the past month or so, they came out with Now and Then, where they actually, took a recording from Yoko on a cassette, and they tried in 1995. There were 3 songs, but they could not get Now and Then to sound clean enough. And then technology, moved forward, and they were able to get a really good, clean sound from him that was above the piano and get rid of the piano.
Yeah, it was a stem thing.
Thank you, stems. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They called it mechanical, but it was AI, really.
Yeah.
And it sounds wonderful, and people are going, crazy about it because it is truly the last Beatles song you'll ever hear.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah.
2023, Beatles and the Stones back on the chart again. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. Don't wish them any will. Don't die on us. We're just kidding.
Hang in there.
Speaking of the British, Alex, what do you have for us this week?
Okay. I'm going to go old school because normally I do more modern 90s, 2000s kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A bit of good old fashioned. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Reflections there. That's the camera for you. Canned Heat, anyway.
Nice.
Can you read it? What did you say it was?
Canned Heat.
Oh, I love Canned Heat.
Canned Heat. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. You are in Canned Heat.
Way back stuff.
Whoa, that's late 60s. Yeah.
Damn. Alex, is Jorma Kaukonen on that?
Sorry?
Is Jorma Kaukonen on that, the guitarist?
Well, this one's the best of. So
but who's the guitarist on there?
Who's the guitarist on it?
It's Kaukonen.
Whoever Jay said.
Thank you. Jorma Kaukonen.
My dad got me into them. He's a big blues, rhythm and blues fan.
He's there.
The original R&B, not the modern
They came
R&B.
out of Starship.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Actually, I like to listen to them.
Yeah, they actually came out of Jefferson Airplane. When it went to Starship, they left.
Yeah.
That's when your guy Marty Ballin came in.
Yes.
Marty Ballin.
Yeah.
I think Jack Cassidy is on Canned Heat too.
Oh my God.
I think he played with them as well. Why don't we not have Alex on the show anymore and we'll just fill in the gap? Like you and I will just talk, Howie. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, let's see what Alex has to say about that. Alex, go.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, you go. You're running with it, Jay.
I think it's a solid pick. I can't tell you the last time I played them, but great music. I mean, but
yeah, great.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
you're good.
Okay, so I like to just listen to the music. I'm not one of these guys that wants to know who was sleeping with who and who hit the bus stop.
Yeah.
How many park hands fell on several drummers before the final drummer stayed alive to do the album, that kind of thing. But
Spinal Tap.
Absolutely Spinal Tap. Spontaneous combustion drummers. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
I got into canned heat because my dad enjoyed it. He used to put it on a Sunday morning when I used to go and see him and things like that. And I like to listen to it. It's upbeat, but at the same time, you can relax to it, but it's got a good rhythm, and that's what I like. I like music. It makes this feel good music for me. So that's why I chose it.
What would you say would be the highlight songs from that album to recommend to somebody who's not familiar with Canned Heat?
Going up in the country.
Oh, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
They should. From Woodstock.
Yeah.
That was a big Woodstock theme song.
No, I don't want to know who he was sleeping with. Who was singing that? They had a real distinct voice. Who was that?
Was it Henry Valencina?
I think what we're learning here is that Brian might quiz us, so we may want to do a little deep dive into what he's doing.
No.
I think
I was genuinely curious.
No, Canned Heat's biggest hit was On the Road Again.
Roundup country.
Yeah. It's the same guy. It's the same voice. Very distinct vocalist.
Yeah, very distinct vocalist. They never heard anyone else sing like that.
It was Willie Nelson. Thanks. Okay, who's next?
It was like grassroots next level or something.
I know the dude only sings 2 notes, but he sings them very poetically.
Right. It's just a very unique.
Yeah, it was.
Like the aliens on Galaxy Quest, they just speak in a very unique way. That guy sang in a very unique way. Like, okay. But yeah, very folky, very, very country, very bluesy. Yeah, that would be a great recommendation for anybody who wanted to know what Canned Heat sounded like going to the country.
Yeah.
Well, listen to that, and Jay did a set. You did a bluegrass set for quite a while. And that's what got me into bluegrass.
I love that. I'm going to do that weekly, to be honest. CBGBs. Where it's country, bluegrass.
Okay, all right.
Country, blues, bluegrass, and...
Unfortunately, there was never any country or bluegrass at CBGB's.
No. But that was the Hilly
that was
Crystal.
His vision. That was
his vision.
Yeah.
Or as they say, Omfug. And I know I'm going to let Howie finish this. Other music for
wait, how far did you get? Other music for Gourmand, I believe it was Gourmand.
Something.
Yeah. Gourmandites or some weird.
Yeah.
But it's like
the movie is good, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Woodstock. Yeah. No, I think
I was talking about CBGB.
No,
the Woodstock too.
Movie. Yeah.
CBGB is a fun movie. A lot of people slept on that one, but it's pretty good.
It is.
It's pretty good.
Especially the part about the chili. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Don't eat the chili there, whatever you do.
With that bathroom?
They never cleaned that pot in all the years. They just kept adding to it and adding. Oh, shit, we're getting low. Just add some stuff to it,
I want to know what Eric's got this week. That's what I want to know.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't have a particular album.
Okay.
But I do have a particular group who has several albums. In fact, I had 20 studio albums, 3 live albums, compilation albums, about 13 of them, 58 singles.
Of course, we're talking about Aerosmith. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
All right.
No, not even close. Out of the 58 singles, only 4 of those went number 1.
Well, 4 is good. If you got 4 number 1s, you're a rock star.
Yeah, you're doing well.
But they had 20 top 40
Okay, that's respectable.
So 4 went to number 1.
Okay.
Now, I would like to just name the group, and let's all try to remember or try to pick out the 4 number 1s they had. Can we try and do that?
You're on.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's bring it.
Let's try it. The
Is it
Spinners.
the Stones?
It's the Spinners.
Oh, I'll be around.
I'll be around with
Rubber Band
one of the
Man.
number 1s.
Rubber Band Man.
Right.
Rubber Band Man
Rubber
was
Band,
not,
yeah.
not the
Could it-
number 1.
Could it be I'm Falling in Love?
No. Could it be I've Fallen in Love? Yes, that's the second one.
How about Games People Play? Did that hit number 1?
No, I think it should have.
That's a good time.
What about
else
what
do I
Jay
got
said?
here?
Rubber Band Man.
He said no.
That's not one of the
That's
number
not.
Working my way back to you.
Uncharted.
Wow.
That's tense, though.
Unfortunately, no, Brian. And I wish
That was-
that did do number 1.
That was the 4 Seasons, but Spinners redid it. Was their last.
And I thought for sure
Okay.
Cupid would be number 1 by then. Cupid.
Yeah, that's right. Cupid was on that album too. Yeah, yeah.
No, did not.
Didn't break number 1? Wow.
Let me give you one of the number 1s that I'm very surprised at. Mighty Love.
Okay.
Wow.
That made number 1.
Wow.
And
Slow week.
Yeah.
Was it the year Indian Reservation came out or something?
Yeah.
one
Right.
of a kind.
They're up against like Hocus
One of a
Pocus or
kind.
something.
Yeah. That was a big one.
Kind love affair. Yeah. Oh, good song.
4 number 1s. Now, I can think of at least 6 more that should have been number 1s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
too.
Like Then Came You with Dionne Warwick. That's
Yes.
a
Great song.
Yes.
Great song.
Great song.
You know,
Mhm.
but I'm doing all the research on them today. I can't believe they only had 4 number 1, and the 2 of the number 1s. I'm thinking they shouldn't even been there. Like I would have had something else.
Yeah. There's a better
Instead,
choice.
you know,
If
yeah.
Go there.
Yeah,
Now they go
They just got in the
way
Rock and Roll
back.
Hall of Fame,
If
by
I-
the way.
If I'm remembering right, they
Wow.
go back to like mid 60s.
Yeah, he's great.
yeah, yeah.
And but they didn't do anything until like
Come on.
70.
70, 72. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
70, they caught some steam.
They,
they-
just
but-
got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They'd been around
There's
since like what
praise.
65 or something like that.
yeah. But I always like the Spinners. I like what they come out with. You know, I like.
Yeah.
But there were a lot more that I thought would have hit number 1 that didn't.
That stuff was so well produced.
Yeah.
So well produced.
And you,
It's just
what
amazing.
category would you put that in? Would you put that
Oh.
disco or Motown?
Yeah, Motown. Was
That,
kind of
no,
a
well, it's
disco
not.
spin.
Motown is an actual
Motown,
thing.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Motown is a label, and it's not just R&B from the 60s.
Right.
So like Aretha Franklin is not Motown because she was on Arista.
So that would
I would well, it's very top 40, but it's R&B as well.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crossover
Grown
R&B. I would
grown
think.
folks R&B kind of
What
the
is
category
now?
you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be to me in the same category as something like Brother Cornelius and Sister Rose with Treat Her Like a Lady and Too Late to Turn Back Now. I mean, I would totally put that in the same place. But on the other hand,
Isleys. What about
Yeah.
Isleys?
Yeah.
absolutely.
I go
Straight up
Isleys.
R&B.
I put
Because they
some
went
of the
from
later Four
shout
Seasons
to
stuff
like,
in the same
who's that
category.
lady?
Hmm.
Right.
There's
But
that
I'm even thinking,
transition.
oh, Who's That Lady is a weird one because that's like an R&B psychedelic crossover.
That's my point.
Really
They
cool.
went
That's a
from
weird one.
shout to
I
that,
love that song.
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
with Between the Sheets. Like there was.
Between the
That
Sheets was a great song.
Oh, it is a great song, but so is Who's That Lady? And
That
so-
lady's one of my favorites.
Oh, I love Who's That Lady. Oh,
Yeah, with the fuzzy guitar.
But there was
it's
this.
got that transitional thing.
I've made jokes, and it's a joke. I'm just trying to yank chains. I'm talking about how the country stuff isn't really great unless it crosses over somewhere.
Yeah, you've been very clear about that, Brian.
But R&B
we have a
is very
0 rating in
similar.
Alabama right now. so-
R&B is very similar in that regard.
We need to set the
R&B
numbers up.
crossover stuff.
Oh, now
is
you're going
so
after
good.
R&B. Oh, great.
No, I'm not going after it. I'm just saying.
Enjoy
this
your
is
last
R-
show you're going to see from us, folks.
Shut up.
This is R&B crossover stuff that we're talking about, and it's
Right.
just, even like
It
Blackbird,
makes sense with spinners sometimes.
Traveris.
You're like, ooh. And Isleys and a lot of these bands had that moment of, let's do this song because it fits to what we're doing, sort of. And I look at it more as, wow, you had that much talent. You could expand to different genres. I mean, it's worth checking out. absolutely worth
Spinners
it.
are funky, more funky than like Temptations or Tops, I think, because we did Temps and Tops in here before, but I think the Spinners just locked into like a dance groove, and they had really
were their own
stuff.
thing, and I think they were Philly boys. That was more like a Philly sound thing. I was thinking.
I think
on that.
When you look at these groups that we've mentioned, the three that come to mind are Brothers Johnson, Ohio Players, and Kool and the Gang.
I'm going to say Brothers Johnson.
Well, the early Kool and the Gang stuff was very jazzy.
Have songs from different, in my opinion, they have songs from different genres where you're like, oh, this is so funk. Wait, this is way up.
Open Sesame doesn't sound like new Kool and the Gang. It's like they came.
When I think of Kool and the Gang, early Kool and the Gang, I'm thinking Summer Madness. I'm thinking Machine Gun. It's just not even the same kind of thing. It's
Machine Gun is Commodores,
a weirdo jazz track,
Right. But isn't Machine Gun Commodores?
You're right. What was I thinking?
Jungle
Boogie.
everybody.
Jungle Boogie.
I'm out of here.
Boogie is what I was trying to
done.
spit out.
Hit the 3-pointer with the buzzer. Wow.
I was right twice in the last 22 years with Brian.
Don't get used to it.
I'm done. Everyone, woohoo! Party time. Get out a bottle or something.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air.
Crack open the other Jack Daniels.
There you go. Yes, that's cause for celebration.
I'm almost embarrassed to pull out any of my picks I had this week. You guys all brought your A game. You guys were all doing really cool, profound, hip stuff, and I got none.
No, you're going to devastate us. I know exactly what you're doing. You're setting us up to fall.
No, I swear to you,
he's got some
I swear to you, I got nothing.
Got a Depeche Mode that we've never seen.
Boom.
Yeah.
I had 3 thoughts.
Here it comes.
I had 3 thoughts on what to do this week. No. You guys blew me away. Any one of you individually did something a lot more profound than I'm going to do this week.
Oh yeah, I can feel it now. I'm handcuffed, standing on the edge.
Take your expectations down a notch, pal. Take it down a notch because it's not as good as you.
Oh, God. Now you're doing it twice. Yeah. Now I got we're not going
into the water. Into the water with the cement shoes.
Yeah, I'll prove it. I'll prove how lame my stuff is this week compared to what you guys are doing.
Well, my
first thought is to talk about the Lazy Rich remix of Fatboy Slim's Weapon of Choice because it's been in my head all week.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You didn't touch us.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I'm thinking, hey, let's talk about the music of Karen White. And who cares, right? Who cares?
No, Karen White is
nobody cares. This is not profound school stuff.
Good stuff.
Why not?
I like it, but no, it's not the Spinners.
Great.
It's not the Beatles. It's not Foo Fighters. It's
but Karen White was great.
Something people may not have heard before, and she's worth a listen. She's very talented.
And what I was going to say is, and this is kind of funny. I mean, especially after all the crap we just went through, I don't know much about her except that she had some good songs. I mean, I don't know who her cousin's uncle was and what she had for lunch before she made this track. Maybe I might on some other artists, but I just like her. This track is romantic. It's called Romantic. It's actually a kind of an up-tempo R&B track from the early 90s. And then what else do we have from Karen White here?
What label is she on? Maybe that'll give us a clue.
Oh, I don't know what label Karen White.
Hey, by the way, guys, when you're running a race with a guy, the guy falls, and then he goes, "Oh my God, I think I broke my leg," and you go back to help him.
She's Warner Brothers.
Head. That's what Brian's doing right now.
Karen White is Warner Brothers.
My words.
But this song was very popular. It was called "The Way I Feel About You." Karen White.
Here it comes. The headshot.
Very nice song. Okay.
Produced by Prince and God.
I don't know who did. I didn't know who produced her.
Well, Prince was Warner Brothers, wasn't he? He was on.
Here it comes.
Yeah, but I don't think Prince produced her. I don't think.
Get ready, everyone, to die.
Writing credits. Who wrote it?
I don't know. I'd have to get my glasses on. This was my favorite Karen White song, though. I mean, and I really.
Oh, look, written by Barry Gibb.
That's The Way You Love Me. This is a really nice song. No, this is like Babyface or something. I mean, it's.
Oh, he does know. So he knows.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's like
boom
that or something like.
I'll get us something.
LaFace. LaFace, and he was working with
that was the other one that I was.
And Prince showed up with Niles Rodgers, and
I don't know that Prince ever had anything to do with Karen White. I mean,
here it comes.
Well, I was going to say, Brian, if you show us the first album that you had, with her on the front cover.
Yeah.
And then you get Prince's Revolution. It's almost, kind of
looks like the Parade album. Yeah. It's kind of got the Diamonds and Pearls thing going on.
Alex.
But I'm pretty confident this was before Diamonds and Pearls.
Yeah. You hit it right, though. L.A. Reid and Babyface, though. You definitely.
L.A. Reid and Babyface.
And follow-up songs produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Yep. There we go.
Here it comes. I'm going to get 22 right to the forehead. I know where it's going.
She also did.
I'm dead. Thanks, Brian.
Right?
Superwoman was great. That's what I know her.
Yeah, that's
when Brian tells you he's not in the game on the competition with music. That's when you know he's got a 50 cal pointed right at your
shut
mouth.
up. No.
Here it comes.
Okay. Now wait a minute.
Here it comes.
I had a third thought. I had a third thought.
Okay. Go for it.
Trying to come up with something as John's talking about Mariah Carey, I'm thinking about Christmas songs that are like under 50 years old that are kind of different and kind of cool.
Here it comes.
No,
it's not Christmas songs
like that at all.
That's more category than an artist.
Here it goes. Yeah, son of a bitch. Go
the
for
last,
it, Brian.
the last newest Christmas song that's cool, but doesn't.
The one I like, and I don't think a lot of people know, and Jay will hate it.
I doubt it.
It's Jam and Lewis, and you don't like Jam and Lewis.
I'm not a huge.
You made that perfectly clear to us. You don't like Jam and Lewis.
They kind of sound the same. I'm just saying.
Well, then you're going to hate Alexander O'Neal's Sleigh Ride. You're going to.
Oh, wow. Brian shot and missed.
I like him. I like Alexander O'Neal.
Alexander O'Neal, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, sounds very much like something you find on a Janet Jackson album from the era. Escapade, whatever. There's a track called Sleigh Ride, and it's not the Sleigh Ride you know from the 50s or whatever. This is a different song. But for me, it's a classic because I've been playing the thing for 30 years. Like, just that's what I play at Christmas time. Because Alexander O'Neal did a Christmas album, and that is a jam. If you don't know Alexander O'Neal's Sleigh Ride.
Wow.
And if you even kind of like the sounds like Janet Jackson, Minneapolis sound kind of thing, check that track out. It is very nice. Jay will hate it, but you might check it out.
No, I'll check it out. I may like it. I thought you were going to go Bing Crosby, David Bowie, and like take the headshot, but I see you went.
No, that's good. No, I don't even like that song.
Well, welcome, folks. Those of you not watching on a regular basis, check out the next episode because that's where Brian takes out the AK-47 and wipes out the room because I know what he's doing. He's setting us all up.
Well, we got a month of Christmas to talk about, right? I mean, Cher just put out a Christmas record. She hasn't put out.
We're talking about that. Yeah,
20 years she hasn't done a Christmas record. Yeah, brand new, and it's all new stuff.
So did Dolly Parton. She put out
the covers.
Dolly's got a record. Cher's got covers.
Probably a couple
originals
records.
Oh, Dolly's got a metal album that you need to look at.
We are
rock album.
Rockstar is her new record. It's actually she's got every.
Was it We Are the Champions you played for us last night? And I begged you to turn it off because it was hurting my ears. That is not her strongest song on that album. If that is any indication as to what the rest of the album sounds like, I don't want to hear it.
No, she's got Elton, she's got Simon Le Bon, she's got like everybody. She called everybody for this record. Dolly's record.
Rob Halford's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lauren brought up a good Christmas one. Do They Know It's Christmas by Band-Aid. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from 30 minutes that wasn't when I said it. Okay, good. Back to sleep, Eric. Okay, so anyway.
Listen,
no, it's
I'm looking at the chat, not you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah. We'll play the one. We'll play the one with Ann Wilson after the show, and you guys can see what you think about Dolly.
Oh no, I've heard Barracuda. Oh, it sounds.
When a lady puts something in the chat, you read it. I don't repeat what Jay says. Okay.
Touche, amigo.
Right.
Touche.
We love Lori. Lori's here. She's a co-producer in the background. So.
I thought
Lori would appreciate me speaking Spanish and French.
I think Howie's right. If the earliest anyone's ever going to see the show is going to be around Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's going to be around that. That's, I mean, and it could be St. Patrick's Day. We don't know, but we don't know. Could very well be around Christmas. So mentioning Christmas songs was kind of fun.
100%.
Talking about them is kind of fun. Lori mentions Band-Aid. Do They Know It's Christmas?
Love that song.
On the flip side of that was
love it.
Yes and no, not really, but we were kind of
love it because it's poignant at the time because that was unheard of then. You didn't have anything from the 70s where they got hey, here are the Stones, the Who, Aerosmith, Bob.
Yeah,
like,
but
hey, the Kinks did a Christmas song. You know, like everybody did one.
They did that. That is a protest song. Do they know it's Christmas? These kids are starving, and the video
Africa.
shows them, drinking dirty water. It's a protest song.
100%.
Let's not forget.
Well, it was their thing where they were trying to do something for Ethiopia.
Right.
Yeah. And then America, but the world thing, USA for Africa.
It became Live Aid because you had Midger, Bob Geldof, who started it, wrote it. Then they jumped it into, hey, let's do this 2 concerts, Philly and Wembley.
Yeah.
And we'll get everyone. And that's the ultimate. If you are watching this and have not seen Queen at Live Aid.
Oh yeah, their whole performance is really good on that.
That's highlight reel.
That is the absolute, lineup.
That's the pinnacle.
For
That's
how to become a huge band and how to perform. Watch Queen.
Well,
what does everybody think of the other 2 versions, though?
It will be either Queen or Pink.
Oh, I don't think of the other 2 versions.
Oh, what do you mean? No. What do you mean, Alex, by the other 2 versions?
Because they did it again, didn't they? So the original one is
84.
84.
Yeah, and then they did another one. So that was originally the 30 version, and they did the 20 version and the 10 version. So they did another one like 20 years ago. Another
the original stands supreme, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it does.
No. Do they know it's Christmas? Was the proceeds went to the Ebola virus?
I had that.
I don't need Google when Laurie's in the chat. Thank you, Laurie.
The Ebola virus.
No,
Ebola.
No way.
I thought I went to feed the world.
No,
I thought it was feed the world too.
Yeah,
wait, Brian's questioning Laurie. All right, thank you, everyone. Good night.
I don't know. She put it in the chat.
Get up here.
That answer was for something else.
Maybe I thought it was about getting them some hamburgers or something. Getting them a sandwich.
Yeah, it was. It was.
That's what I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. It's probably Ebola. I don't know.
No, it wasn't Ebola. No.
It was a very British thing. It was UK. It was Ireland and England with Midger from Ireland and Bob Geldof from Boomtown Rats.
It was pretty awesome. They had Ram there, U2 there, and Bananarama. I mean,
Duran Duran. Yeah.
Like anybody who was on the pop charts, they just threw them in there. It's like they just put them
right. If you were on Billboard, you were on that tour.
Version. We did our own version. If you want to see it, go to YouTube and look up Sam Kinison Luggage.
Oh,
you'll see our
stop.
Unrelated.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
Don't do that.
God, Jay. Can't take you anywhere.
Laurie still stands by the.
Well, she's probably right. I don't know. I thought it was food.
I don't know.
It was food. It was food too. It was kind of that's proceed segment. I have that 12-inch single. I could pull that out for next time.
I have it.
So they did a re-recording of it though.
Very odd cover on
the Ebola cause. They did do a re-recording of it.
They did.
Ebola.
Okay.
It might not have been the original reason that it came out, but yes.
By the way, there was this song called Stars.
They're singing. Yeah, that was the metal version to feed everybody.
Ronnie James Dio.
Ronnie James Dio
and his pepeeps.
85 guitar solos.
Land of 1,000 Dances.
Yeah.
That wasn't for anything but wrestlers.
Solos.
Yeah. I don't think they were giving the money away to anybody. They were keeping that money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably. But still, they tried, I think, when you look at it.
They brought Meatloaf in on that one.
They brought everyone in on that one. Well, and then America did theirs. They did.
We Are the World, right?
That's ours. We Are the World.
That's our one. Yeah.
And that was Quincy Jones who put that together.
Yes, he was. He had Stevie and Michael and Huey Lewis and
Springsteen. Everybody was all the USA artists.
Two that I can think of: Bruce Springsteen, right? Santa Claus is Coming to Town. That is still huge, and little drummer boy Bob Seger.
There you go.
Yeah, those are contemporary. That's
10 minutes ago, that made total sense.
The super interesting one on that whole project, and Jail laugh, but it was Prince.
Prince is involved in everything.
Well, this
for a fact, I saw a video the other day with Chuck Berry doing Johnny Be Good from 1957, and Prince was in the video. So
he wasn't born yet, but he was there.
But he was there.
He was there.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So he does a song called, he does a song called Hello. It's the flip side of something off of Around the World in a Day. I don't remember what. And Hello is where he kind of explains why he didn't participate in the USA for Africa, We Are the World song. He didn't want to go to the after party of the Grammys. He told him, look, I'll just write a song for you and I'll give you a song. I'll give you one of my songs for this project. And Press got a hold of it and kind of dragged Prince through the mud. And he didn't like that too much. But he did do a song for him. And what's crazy about it, there's an album version of the song that it doesn't really turn me on. There's an all acoustic version of the song that was in the music video when they were doing the USA for Africa concert. That was absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. And you only heard it in this music video. And then when he came out with the hits, the B-sides, they finally released it. And it's called For the Tears in Your Eyes. And it's gorgeous. It's really nice. It's Prince and Wendy and Lisa. It's a really nice song. So there's one for you to check out, Jay.
Yeah. No, seriously.
I'll play for you the show. We're done with the show anyway. So we might as well just put a fork in this.
Yes.
I don't know. Happy Christmas, Hanukkah,
Kwanzaa, whatever's coming at you.
Easter, all that. Flag Day, whatever you got going on. Happy that.
Flag Day.